Hope everybody is doing good this evening. Happy Friday, happy embroidery, happy hour. And for those of you that are new, hi, I'm Jeanette from What You Got Sewing and Crafts, and this is my every Friday at 8 o'clock embroidery happy hour show. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Well, today I thought I would talk about a certain topic because I was watching another YouTuber, Alexa, and one of the things that we were talking about in her chat was the burnout, right? It was me and Eve from the Baby Booty, Alexa from Soul Sweet Academy, and we were just talking about embroidery depression, right? And getting the burnout. And I said, you know what? We don't really talk about that side of this. And I figured I would dedicate this Friday to talk about it because we were all talking about this. We were all talking about how we're starting to get burned out, and we're starting to really, feel some kind of way. And, we don't really talk about this a lot, right? And it's something that I thought I would just talk about it this Friday, just in case there's somebody out there that kind of feels the same way. And maybe this could kind of help them, right? Because this is something that happens with everybody, right? You have your ups and you have your downs in life. And, when you get into embroidery, you get all excited because there's all these great things that you can create and you get all into it, you go all in. But then you start to reach a certain point where you're kind of like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this anymore, right? So, I am going to tell you, I am at that point right now, okay? But I do know why. And it's okay. It's fixable. It is not, I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that I am going to be quitting embroidery because this is my passion. It's what I love to do. But the thing is, I really want to be real about it, and really tell people that this is stuff that really just happens, okay? And it's going to happen no matter what you do in life, okay? Whether it's sewing or quilting, or even if you have a career that you really truly love, you're going to find a certain point in your life where you're going to be like thinking to yourself, gee, is this any kind of, is this fun anymore? Is this something that I want to do? And it's real, okay? It's real, it happens, and there's several reasons for this, okay? So I kind of like started to think about it, and I started to read up on burnout and and what do people do to get kind of out of it? Why does it happen and all that stuff? And I was able to jot down some of the stuff that I found that was pretty interesting, okay? So there were three things that I find that sometimes you can end up getting embroidery burnt out on, okay? The first one is probably something that happens, especially to a lot of beginners when they are first starting out with embroidery, when their projects are not turning out the way that they should. I know that happens to me right now. I am going through something like that, and thankfully, I was able to find, digitizers that were willing to jump in and help me with my project. I have a big order that really is due tomorrow, and so I'm really gonna have to hustle when I get up so early tomorrow morning and get these shirts finished. But thankfully, sorry, allergies. Thankfully, the digitizers were really able to step in and help me out. So shout out to Billy Hendrick from my Facebook group. He really helped me out a lot. Fossil did a fantastic job in really trying to help me out as well. But yeah, when projects start to fail and you really start making a lot of mistakes and everything like that, it can really become not a fun time, right? It can be a time where you're kind of like, this sucks, right? You're making a lot of mistakes. You feel like you're wasting a lot of thread, you're wasting stabilizer and everything like that. But the way I kind of look at it is, don't think of it as you're wasting your time and the thread and the stabilizer. You're learning. You're going to have times like this, okay? You're going to have times when everything works great, and then you're going to have other times where nothing works, okay? So this week, I just had a time where my freaking design wasn't coming out. It was really a simple design, okay? And I'm going to show you what it is. And this is the thing that really kills me, okay? This is the final version. We finally got it right. This is looking so solid, okay? This is a logo that we're working on. Now, what's so funny about this logo is that sometimes you can see a logo and you think to yourself, it's simple. It's just 3 colors. It looks like a straight out stitch. What can go wrong? This should be a very easy thing to design. But I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes the things that look simple sometimes are not, okay? Because I have stitched out this design about 8 times already, okay? And every time we had to make some kind of little tweak to it, because sometimes the thread just wasn't laying right, or sometimes it wasn't dense enough, and you could see the threads behind. And let me see if I can show you guys some samples. And then sometimes we will also try out different styles of stitching as well. Okay. And I want to show you guys some of the stuff, so that you can see what's really involved, and that's why sometimes this can really get kind of daunting. Okay. So these are one of the first samples that we did. Okay. As you can see, it looks really good. The B and the A are done in a satin stitch. Okay. However, though, if you look really closely on it, and I'm going to try to pin this out, look inside of this Q right here. It looks a little bit on the messy side, and it just wasn't working. So I'm going to try to make it a little close so that you can see. Look inside of the Q. You can see that kind of like the thread did not lay very well inside of here, and also on the edge right here. So that became a little bit of a problem. It looked a little bit kind of like on the messy side. So I really needed that to be cleaned up. Then instead of doing a satin stitch, we decided, okay, let's see if we can try it a different way. And we did something like this. But what I don't like, and one of the things you can tell right off the bat, is that the stitching is not that great, and you can see the blue stitches right underneath it, right? So it kind of gives it like a little dirty look. You even see a little bit of a stitch coming out this way right here and here. So it kind of gave me a little too. So the solution ended up being that I really like this style. So it was really just to make the inside of it more dense. Okay. So that way I get that perfect stitch. So as you can see, this outcome was really, really good. Okay. So as I said, all right. So I stitched this baby out a lot. Okay. So it got to the point where I was just like, and I'm sure that I drove the digitizers crazy as well. Okay. So my hat is off to them for being so super patient. But like I said, I'm really serious about my embroidery business. And the thing is, I really want my products when they leave my business to really speak for themselves. I want them to be flawless and really, really look good, because this is your reputation, guys. This is what talks about you, okay? So that can actually lead, all this that I'm telling you right now can lead you to burnout. I mean, think about it. I mean, like, I think I did 8 or 7 times and stuff. I've done it so many times. The customer was not really picky, but I am. I really wanted it to be a solid looking piece, because I knew that this was going on his company shirts and they were going to speak volumes. So, this can be a burnout when you are working with a lot of custom embroidery, and if the, if the stitch outs don't come out really good, and you got to stitch them out over and over and over, it can take a lot of time. But I will tell you, and it can be really, really exhausting. Okay. So, projects that are failing, they can really be very discouraging, especially for folks that are new to the game. Okay. Because the thing is, you're excited, you really want the project to come out really beautifully. And then when you find out that you really don't know how to manage the machine very well, or you didn't hoop it correctly, or use the wrong stabilizer, you can easily get discouraged, and you can get so tired of stitching out the same thing over and over and over again without being successful, that it can really burn you out. Okay. The second one, which is really, this is my problem. Okay. Exhaustion. Okay. And I'm really going to have to find a solution to this one, even though I have made some adjustments and stuff. The time is just not enough. I really don't have enough time to fill the amount of orders that mostly I am getting. Okay. Now I am really, really blessed that folks, want to come to me to get most of their stuff done. But I am stretching myself a little bit on the thin side because I still work full time, right? So when I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make it to the office by 6 o'clock. When I don't get home, I don't get home till like 5:30 in the evening. Then I have to turn on my machines. I have to fill my online orders. I have to fill my local orders. And I have taken the time to actually create an appointment book, right? So in the appointment book, I try to put in all of my orders, right? But this is the problem that I have been coming into is that the appointment book is really getting crowded, okay? And I ended up, even though I said I'm not going to overextend myself, I kind of still am. Okay. So I am going to have to look at that appointment book and I'm going to have to block out some time for me where I can actually tell people I don't embroider on this particular day, period. Okay. I'm going to have to take some me time. So, the exhaustion, it is a lot of work. That is something that a lot of people don't get when it comes to this type of work. It's very labor intensive. You're talking about hooping items, stabilizing, testing designs, running these machines, the noise. You have to stay focused. You can't just put it on a machine and walk away. You have to babysit and stuff. I don't care what kind of machine you have. Machines do hiccup. Okay. So it is pretty, it can get kind of really daunting and stuff. And it can really get exhausting. It's a lot of labor, and you really need to be rested and you got to be ready and physically and mentally fit to really get into this. A lot of times people think that, it's just turning on a button. You guys have heard me say this before. It is not like that. There is just so much that you have to really think about before you even consider turning on the button. That it's really just, it can really get, really like, bleh, trust me, I know, I'm there. The other thing where I think you can end up getting burnt out and you can end up with embroidery depression is your environment. Okay. Um, and I look at my environment, I think it's okay. There is one issue that I am kind of having, okay? That is the guilt. Okay. I have been, I took 2 bedrooms of my house. And, even though one is a sewing room and one is an embroidery room, the problem that I'm having is that this room I'm okay with, right? The sewing room, I do love it. I think it's cozy. I think it's cute. My son has his own room downstairs now. But now when I think about it, I'm like, shoot, when I have people visit me, I don't have space. Even though I do have a full time downstairs and stuff, but I do kind of want people to be comfortable, right? So now I am, oh God, and now I'm thinking, should I give up the sewing room and just say the hell with it and turn that back into a bedroom? So I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm telling you. I think it's really a guilt thing. And my husband kind of told me, he's like, why turn it into a bedroom? It's not like we have a lot of guests all the time. But the thing is that I would love for my mom to visit and I want her to be comfortable when she visits. I don't want her to feel like she's intruding or anything like that. I want her to feel comfortable in her own little space. So I don't know. See, there's something I'm gonna have to adjust, and change something up, or I'm just gonna have to adapt and say, Jeanette, it is what it is, and it's family, right? So if they visit you, they don't care. They just want to spend time with you. So I have to come to terms with something. One or the other. Someone's got to give, right? Because moving is not going to happen. I am not going to move. Okay. My husband's retired. I'll be retired in a year and a half, and I am very, very focused on just making this our last home, and we want this to be the last home. We're old. I'm not into the moving thing. I don't see it. I really don't see it happening. Okay. So those were 3 reasons that I thought about. So, and regarding about the environment, okay, environment is kind of important when you are doing your embroidery or you're doing your sewing, your quilting, whatever craft it is that you're doing. The reason why I say that it's important is because you want to be in a particular zone, right? You want to zone out the world, and you keep telling me to do that. Becky put on the post, install a Murphy bed in the sewing room. And as much as she keeps putting it in, and I keep going, I don't want to do a Murphy bed. I think that is a perfect idea, honestly, that she has. I just haven't found a good company to do a Murphy bed. Every time I look at a Murphy bed, it's always like low reviews and stuff like that. I gotta come up with something. I'll come up with something. But I'll figure it out. You know. But anyway, let's get back to it. So the environment has to be very, very comfortable. Okay. It's your space. It's the space where you're gonna create. It's the space where you're gonna be in your zone, right? And there's a lot of things that can kind of affect that space too. Like for me, noise is one of them, right? I'm the type that I like quiet. I really do. I like a nice and quiet home because I feel like if the house is quiet and still, I can really focus and concentrate and do pretty well. I do have a learning disability, so that is something that kind of noise bothers me. When I was going to college, I would go to the New York City Public Library up in Manhattan, where they had the two lions. And one of the things that I loved, sorry, about that is allergies. One of the things that I loved about that library was that they had a certain floor where it was the quiet room. And it was like all you heard was people breathing and reading. And you didn't hear shuffling, you didn't hear people whispering or nothing. So I remember going there while I was in college, and that was really the spot, the space that I was able to really study and focus on. So when it comes to the embroidery, I know that the machine does the noise and all that kind of stuff. I do put the headphones on and I do listen to classical music. Sometimes I even listen to my sister's album to try to tone out the noise and stuff. But then there are other times where I just need to spend time and relax and design and stuff like that. And I don't want to put headphones on or anything, and I don't have the machines going. But what ends up happening is, I'll have, um, other movement going on in the house. That becomes a distraction for me. So, but the thing is, to be fair, I mean, I don't live alone, and I don't think it's fair to ask other people that live with me to like just sit there and breathe. I mean, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I have to find my time, my moments where, my husband's in the deck and he's doing his thing. My son is out working, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just alone in the house. And then I can really focus in there. So the environment can really play a big part. The other thing, talk about the noise. I also I want to talk to you guys about clutter. Sometimes clutter can really get you like kind of feel like, oh my god, like very disorganized, right? So it's like you start a project and then you can't find your scissors, you can't find your thread, you can't find this, you can't find that. It can be very discouraging, and next thing you know, you're kind of like, shoot, I don't even want to do this anymore, right? So to me, it's really important for you to go ahead and make sure that you organize your space. The space is really so important because I feel like that's your sanctuary. That is where you're going to be thinking, that's where you're going to be sewing and doing all your other stuff. You really, so to me it's like, I don't know, I just feel like you got to make it your own. And that really does help. When you don't have the space, right, to do your thing, it can really take you to a whole other area, at least for me, right? And then it's like it can really like mess it up, okay, and stuff. So so just so that you guys know, like, this past week has been pretty difficult for me, because I have, I've been really, I'm always on the go. I'm always on the go. And I'm going to have to find a better way to organize this stuff. And I was looking at, I was started reading up on it. I was like, what is burnt out? What is that about? And, um, how do you get over burnt out and all that kind of stuff? Because, one of the things that I was talking in the chat, and Eve from the Baby Booty came out and said, I stopped taking orders. I'm not taking orders anymore, for her embroidery business because she got burnt out. Because after a while, it becomes not fun because all you get is all this pressure, right? You're taking these orders, you're dealing with other people's garments, you got to meet deadlines, you got to deal with the money situation, the business side of it and everything. It can quickly get to be like, this sucks, but it doesn't have to be, because once you know that you're in that space or you're getting in that space, like I kind of already know for me, I now know I have to make some adjustments, right? So I am going to kind of not do the same thing like Eve did. Like Eve says she just stopped taking orders. I, on the other hand, I don't want to stop taking orders. I do like working on people's orders. What I do need to do is just slow down on. And if someone comes to me with an order, I need to schedule it more out. And I also need to make sure that what I do schedule is time for me. Okay. Because I am noticing that even though I had the appointment book and I was scheduling the orders, sometimes certain things can happen. Like you can think you're going to have an order done by a certain time frame, and then something happens and you can't have it done by that time frame. For instance, like this order right here that I have with this company. Okay, um, I have shirts that have to get embroidered and have them ready by the end of this weekend. This I thought I was going to have this done a long time ago. However, though, but because I had so many issues with the stitch outs, and I always test stitch everything. I have to come out perfect before I even start working with the customer's garments. That this took a while. I mean, I started working on this Monday, and here we are Friday, and finally I got the stitch out that I'm happy with. Okay, so this was an adventure. Okay, and here I am thinking, when I took the order last weekend, because the customer dropped off everything on Saturday, I thought, oh, I could probably have it done by Sunday or Monday. No, haven't even started yet. Okay, um, I'm just now got the stitch out, so it's going to be an adventure. So, but today's Friday. I have Saturday and Sunday, so I will. All my other orders are complete. I just have to do this one order, so I will just do it in 2 days and have the customer pick it up during the week, or maybe if I have it done on Sunday, have them pick it up on Sunday. So, but sometimes what happens, and I'm sorry, allergies and stuff. Sometimes what happens is, you think that you had scheduled a certain product, project correctly in your schedule book, but it took a little more time than what you anticipated because of certain things that you just didn't know was going to happen. So that's one thing that I kind of realized and stuff. So, I know that my situation, what I'm having issues now, is the exhaustion. I am exhausted because my schedules are very tight every day. Like even today, I took the day off for work today, right? But even having the day off, I had to go get my oil change, and because I had my dad's car, and it was time for an oil change. So I went, took it for an oil change, scheduled that 8 o'clock in the morning. 10:30, I had to reach out to Fred because Mello had a vet appointment at 11. So thankfully, he was able to jump in and take Mello to the vet for me. So I was already behind. Then I had to deliver orders that I had finished to the post office. run a whole bunch of errands and stuff. I was not able to finish this test stitch until like, you know, actually like 7:30, and then I had to set up for tonight. So my whole day has been like, bleh. And then, allergies are starting to kick in. So Fred's feeling like crap. I'm feeling like crap because the pollen's high. um, and Mel got his allergy shot. So we're just all doing great. Trust me, we're all doing great. So it's a moment. We're having a moment here. That's all it is. So I started to try to find out like what is this burnout stuff, right? So one of the things that I found out was what kind of advice to people give when you're going through this, right? One of the things that they told was find out what the root cause of it is, right? Why are you feeling a certain way? Why is it that all of a sudden now you don't want to do the embroidery anymore? Why is it that, what is it? What's going on? What's the root cause of it all? I already figured it out. Mine is the exhaustion, the time factor. Okay. Before when, I was going into the office just a couple of days a week, I was able to be more relaxed. I had more time available. Now I don't have that anymore. I'm going in every day. Even though I'm gonna be honest with you, I love going to work. I truly do. I love getting up. I love getting on that bus. I love going into the office. I love hanging out with my coworkers. And, it's like we work, we joke around. We have fun. We actually have fun. And, sometimes I think they're gonna move all of us because we have too much fun. Because we sit there, we laugh all day, we help each other out and stuff. I just love the collaboration. So I was just, I was like, as much as everybody was saying, we got to go back to work full time, I got to be honest with you. Everyone that I work with, we're all like, yes. And we love it. I mean, I love being back. So, but with that being said, going back, we kind of lose extra time that we used to have during the day because now I have to actually go and take a bus. There's a lot of travel. It takes about an hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half to get to my job and back. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I kind of like it. The only thing is I wish they had more buses because everybody's squeezing in and now they've got standing room only and stuff like that. But hey, it's pretty cool. It's working out. But my whole thing is the exhaustion. I just have to find a way how I'm going to be able to balance all of this. I do have a lot going on. I really truly do. It's like working full time, including the travel, and then having to do the YouTube channel, do the Etsy shop, do the local sales. I mean, it can really take up a lot of time. And so I really have to just somehow just I have to find a way. I got to find that balance. I have not found it. I'm getting a little better, but I haven't found it. Now, one of the things also that they talk about here, and they talked about good sleep habits. I don't have good sleep habits, and that's my fault because I am always working. Okay, so usually what happens is if I have a big order, I get home from work. All I do is switch out of my clothes, and then I turn these machines on, and I will be working until like 10, 11 o'clock at night, only to go to bed so that I can get up at 3. That's not good because I'm not getting full 8 hours sleep. Even though when I get on the bus, I sleep there. And and the thing is, what I was thinking about was this is supposed to be the slow season, right? It's not supposed to be the busy season. It's supposed to be the slow season. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do when Christmas hits? When I really have a lot of orders? I'm really going to have to do what I did last year, which is I pre-made a lot of orders and stuff. So that way, when the orders came for those, it was easier for me to personalize. And I already had towels that were already, sold and stuff like that. So I'm just going to have to, do that. Oh my God, that's so cool. Look, my sister got good news. I gotta show this off. Let me show what my sister said. She said, wish me luck and keep the quilters of Ben Bowyer contacted me and they are considering playing the patriotic song Quilt during the ceremony at the Lakeland Expo. Oh my God. And you know what? Oh God, I hope that happens because you have no idea. For you guys that don't know, this is Nancy. Gets it cute. She's my sister. She wrote that song. Her and her husband. They actually write a lot of songs. This is one of the albums, and this is the second album. Okay, that she has, and that song is on this one, which is the patriotic quilt, which is number 10. Oh my God. That would be so cool if that happens. Oh my God. That would be, oh, now I feel like I should freaking go there so I could see it. But, oh, it's March and it's already in March. And I can't take a day off this month. Oh, well. But, oh, Nancy, at least I hope you're there and I hope you videotape it and everything. Congratulations. Oh my God. That is like so cool. Oh, I'm so happy for her. She works so hard, guys. You have no idea. I mean, these right doing this, and you talk about exhaustion and time and everything. My sister's in the same boat as me as well. I mean, me and her talk about it all the time. She works full time, just like I do, and she helps my mom a lot, because she's the one. She lives like real close to my mom. Well, not real close. She's in Miami. Mom's in Homestead, but it's like about a half hour drive. So she helps my mom a lot and stuff, and she's got her own stuff that she's got to do and everything. So she's like all over the place as well. But she finds time to do her crafternoon on Saturdays, and she does her little quilting club and all that kind of stuff. So she gets involved in a lot of stuff, but it is really hard. It really is. It can really turn exhausting, and something that you ended up loving so much can quickly turn into like something that's like, oh God, I gotta do it. But it's it is what it is. But yeah, she works so hard. I'm really, really proud of her and stuff. And I'm so glad that she got into the YouTubing and the quilting and all that kind of stuff and everything, because it is something. It's something you can call your own and all that stuff. So anyway, I saw that because I was like, why is everyone saying congratulations and stuff? But it's gonna happen, Nancy. Just put that positive energy out there in the earth, and it's gonna happen and stuff. Oh my God, I'm excited for my sister now. Now I can't think. I'm excited for her. Oh my God, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Oh yeah, guys are asking about my mom. My mom is out of the hospital. She is well. She had pneumonia, but my mom is really, really strong. Me and my sister were joking because we were talking about my mom, and she really is very healthy. She's a very, very strong. She's physically fit. She is very physically fit. She loves to walk. She's exercising is her thing. She loves her vegetables and everything. And then but then it was like really funny because me and my sister were laughing because we were like, mom is always eating vegetables and all that kind of stuff. But I remember when she was feeding us when she was little kids, she gave us all fried food, Puerto Rican fried food, But anyway, but that's not true. She used to put greens on our plates, but me and Nancy used to always like put a little bit. So now as we're older, we kind of wish we ate our greens, okay? But yeah, she's big on the vegetables and all that stuff. She loves her vegetables. But thank you so much for asking. But yeah, my mom is doing well. She's back home. She's relaxing and stuff. And I'm kind of hoping that as the weather gets a little bit better up here, that maybe I could take like a week off or something like that. Go visit her or have her come visit me. That's another reason why I keep thinking about that other room. And I'm like, God, because, my mom's 85. I don't want to put her on an air mattress, My mom will look at me like, really, So I don't know. I have to figure all that out and stuff like that. Or I'll just go visit her, and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so they talked about good sleeping habits. We talked about nutrition. There we go. Okay. So then I just say, vegetables. Okay. So exercise. Oh, I miss it. Okay. I used to go swimming all the time. Stop the membership. Now I'm not going swimming. And that used to be so relaxing because it was a time I used to go late at night, and I used to go and I used to come home at 11 o'clock at night, and then I would go to bed and then just, go to sleep and stuff. I'm gonna have to get back into that. But the thing is, I think I don't know. I have to figure that out. I'll have to figure that out. Then they also talked about social connection. Okay, that I know I am lacking. I know that. I know that. I used to socialize a lot more outside of the house. Okay. However, though, because my time is so limited with working full time and then running the business and everything, um, a lot of times I don't get to go out, right? And I got to start doing that. I have to do that. So I got a feeling that well, this is the thing that's really going through my mind, guys. I'm over here thinking like, okay, Jeanette, sometimes you can't do everything, right? You're human. You can't do everything. Not superwoman. You're just a person. So, like it or not, I have to start getting my priorities in order and do it in a way where I only got a year and a half left, and I'll be able to retire unless they offer me early retirement. Boy, I will jump on that in a minute. Oh my God. Ain't nothing to think about. I'll be like, where do I sign? But anyway, but haven't heard anything yet. So if I got a year and a half. So work that year and a half. See you know, full time. I still have to work full time because I ain't gonna let go of my pension. That's important to me. The embroidery, I'm just gonna have to take the embroidery a little bit slow. That's all it is. I'm gonna have to go slower and just take this time to position myself so that when I do retire, I can then just take off and really focus on the embroidery and the channel and everything else and stuff. Because I was a little disappointed because I was hoping that I would have like 20,000 subscribers by the end of last year, right? And then here we are in March. I still don't have 20,000, but that's okay. It's all right. It is what it is. And I had to remind myself that Jeanette, you didn't do this for the number of subscribers. You just did this because you wanted to help other people, right? And you wanted to share with other people things that you're doing, how to do things, because you never know, right? That you could have somebody out there that wants to start out and isn't sure how to embroider a polo shirt or isn't sure how to embroider a backpack and stuff. So I do have two new videos that are going to be coming out next week. I have them scheduled. Okay. One will come out on Sunday. The other one, I'm going to have it come out on Tuesday. I forgot which is which, but one of the videos is going to be how to embroider a sports backpack. Okay. And the other video is going to be how do you embroider a polo shirt with on the double sides, on two sides. Okay. So a lot of times you'll see people like they do the left chest logo, right? But then sometimes you may have a customer that is going to come to you and say, I want my left chest logo on one side, and then I want something else on the other side. So this customer wanted the logo on one side and their name on the other side. So in that video, I show you how to shoot your shirt so that you can make sure that you have it well aligned on both sides and stuff. It came out really, really nice. So that one I think is on Tuesday. I think that one shows up on Tuesday. And then the backpack, the sports backpack, that will be on the channel on Sunday and stuff. So I have been videotaping as I work on orders. But like I said, I just don't want to put repetitive videos on there because if I've already showed you how to do something, I'm not going to do 5 different videos of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless I learned of a new method on how to do it, then I would be like, hey guys, I know I got a video on this already, but there's something new that I want to show you on how you can do it, because I want it to be a library where you can go in there and you can do a search, and then you can find out, how do I do applique, or how do I embroider a sleeve of a dress shirt, or how do I do a left chest logo, how do I do two logos on a polo shirt, how do I embroider a jacket, how do I embroider a beanie, how do I do a baseball hat. I want it to be that kind. I want it to be a channel where um, if you want to know about running an embroidery business or something like that, you can look at all the happy hours. How do you price your items? You can look at all the happy hours and stuff like that. I know some of them can be long, but trust me, the first hour is mostly the topic, and then the rest of it is just me interacting with you guys in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, because I do know that people's time is precious, right? Just like my time is precious, your time is precious too. So that's why I kind of like to just hit the topic on the first hour, and then the rest of it is just interaction. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So the other thing that they talked about here on how to get out of this burnout thing is, they said to do journaling, and enjoy the nature, do some meditation and stuff like that. Now that kind of stuff I do. Like, I do a lot of meditation when I'm riding the bus going to work and coming home. If I'm not sleeping, then I'm trying to meditate and really like get myself going for the day and stuff like that. I do journaling, but sometimes I gotta admit, I do forget to open up the book and write down what I'm grateful for the day, or what are my accomplishments are and stuff like that. Sometimes I just forget. Um, the other thing they also talk about is implementing the strategies with the self care. Make sure you take breaks, make sure you set boundaries, which, I think we talked about that in the past, where I talked about how during the Christmas time, it got so overwhelming that I was kind of like, what the hell am I doing? And that's when I came out and I said, you know what, I'm going to set some boundaries. I'm not doing rush orders. And I will tell you this, last year, when I did worked on the holidays, I found that to be the most less stress holiday season that I ever had during the embroidery, because I didn't do the rush orders. I kind of pre-made most of my items before the holidays, even the personalized ones. All I did was I embroidered the whole thing. I just didn't embroider the name. And then whenever somebody bought it, then I would just rehoop it and embroider the name on it. And I thought that was like so great, because, even though I was working, um, when I got home, it was the orders were easier and faster to fill, because some of the stuff was already embroidered. Even the personalized ones, all I had to do was embroider a name. So instead of a towel taking me 45 minutes to embroider, because all I had to do was put the name, it just took me an easy 5-10 minutes. So it wasn't that bad. And it was really easy to fill those orders and everything like that. As for the local orders, I did put my foot down. I was like, nope, I'm not doing out orders, or nope, I don't do, I'm not going to stress. I'm already packed. I even had one lady got really pissed off because she was like, you can't embroider like one stocking. And I was like, no, I'm booked. I'm booked. I have to sleep. I was like, no. So, and it was a last minute stocking too. But, I did learn that, and that worked out really good. And I'm going to have to learn to practice that a little more during the year. This year, things have been a little bit slow on the online sales, but they have been kind of high on the local sales. Money's tight, so I could see, people not buying too much online. However, though, I know the folks around here, because I do the embroidery locally. Sometimes these business owners, they already know my pricing. They consider it fair, and they know my work, so they do come to me sometimes. And I will tell you, When they order, they order. Okay. They don't say, hey, can you do 1, 2 shirts? They want like 5, 10, sometimes 20, 50 shirts. And it's like, ooh, okay. And when I get those huge bulk orders, I usually tell them, okay, I need a whole weekend to work on that, because that way I can just work on their stuff and then I don't work on anyone else's. But it can get kind of busy. It can get kind of daunting. So yeah, so it was pretty interesting though. I will tell you that when I was watching Alexa embroider her baby blanket, how everybody was talking about, being burnt out and just not being in the mood or in the vibe. And they were like, I'm not feeling the zone and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, so this is something that a lot of people feel sometimes, and they just don't really talk about it. Because everybody always wants to be upbeat. Of course, I want to be upbeat too, but it's real. It happens, right? And we're all gonna get into our funk every once in a while. To me, what's important is that when you realize, just realize it. Okay, I'm in a funk right now. That's all. I'm just in a funk, and it's okay to be in a funk too. Okay. I mean, you're just not in your zone right now. That's okay. You need your time. But what to me is also important is that you don't let it fester. Okay. Gradually take the time to relax, but then wake yourself up and say, I don't want to quit. It's what I truly love to do. Just try to do it in a different way, because that way you don't feel that funk again. You know what I'm saying? So, like with me right now, I'm at a space where I kind of know, I do know where all this is coming from. It's really exhaustion. I'm working really hard at my day job, and I'm working really hard on business, and it can get a lot. And sometimes what happens too is when I say, you know what, I'm going to take time off for me. What ends up happening is that time off that I took, I kind of feel it later, because then I really got to work on those orders. So it's kind of like, it's like you want to take the time off, but then when you do take the time off, it's like when you go on vacation, right? When you have your job, right? And you say, I'm going to take a week off. So you take a week off, right? And then when you come back from vacation, you got like 200 emails in your inbox. Everybody needed something like a month ago, and you took a week off, right? So it's like you got to play catch up and then do the work you have to do that week. So it gets the same thing. It's the same way running my embroidery business. It's like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna go to a winery. That's it. I'm just gonna relax. I'm not gonna care about anything. But guess what? When I come back, I still got to fill those orders. Okay, and it's just me. It really is just me. My husband doesn't help me with the embroidery. It's not his thing. It's really not. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's not his thing. I have to. Let's say he was to say, "Hey, I'm gonna help you," and stuff, I would have to teach. Show him, teach him. And then the thing is, I'm always gonna be worried: is the quality good enough? Right? Because to me, quality is so important, because that talks about you continuously. Okay, it is something that always, always, always is being mentioned. It's like, the customer loves it. He's wearing it. It's showing it off. When people ask him, hey, where did you get that? Who embroidered that for you? Next thing you know, boom. You do not want something to be all funky, because then they're going to be like, ooh, who did that? Who did that? And then you know what they're going to do? Mental note, don't use her. So you always want your stuff to come out quality, which is why this was so important to me, because I know that this is going to be seen. It's going to be seen by a lot of people, okay, because it's going to represent someone's company, and they want to look sharp. They want it to look sharp. I want it to look sharp. And this was so, I mean, oh my God. I'm so proud of Mark. He did such a fabulous job. He really did. This is going to look fabulous on all the shirts. And yeah, so it's perfect. It really is perfect. I really like the way it came out. Truly happy with it. Oh my God. So yeah, so tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna have to work on these shirts. and get them done and invoice. I got to invoice the customer. I'll probably invoice the customer tonight, show them the final picture, invoice them, and just say, okay, as soon as I get payment, I can process them. And yeah, I'll be good to go. So, guys, yeah, I mean, embroidery depression. So, and I noticed some folks too that are part of our group that do embroidery, they also sew. And I have created the other room next door as a sewing room. And but I'm gonna be honest, the last time I sewed was for my girlfriend's baby quilt. Um and that's it. That's all I did. Um, so I'm just like I need to get back in there. I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people sewing and stuff, and I just sit there when I'm like, oh, I want to try that, and then I just haven't done it. And then sometimes, and I'm going to tell you this, sometimes I do have some downtime, and I just want to sit in my rocking chair and just relax, and I'm like, I could be sewing, I could be doing something. It's just you got to get in that zone, and I haven't gotten in that sewing zone. I haven't, and I don't know what the heck's going on. Then I look at all these machines and I'm like, I bought two sergers, two sewing machines, three embroidery machines. And then the other day I was talking to Nancy, my sister, and I said, tell me about that brother scan and cut. I see you doing videos on it now, and it looks really cool. Is that something I should get? But then what I decided to do is I said, you know what? I'm going to use my Cricut to cut my fabric. And the Cricut worked just fine. And that's the other thing too. I was like thinking, you can really go crazy with all these machines, and it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend any more money. These machines can really get pricey. So I'm like, not doing it anymore. I got the Cricut Maker, and I know that it's up to Cricut Maker 3. I know, but I am not upgrading my machine. It works as long as it works, and I can cut my applique fabric and all that kind of stuff with that. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to be fine with it. So I don't know. We'll see. So, guys, let me go down the chat and say hi to you guys and see what is going on with you guys and stuff. Because you guys know where I am now. I gotta get out of this funk. Whatever funk I'm in, it's like, woof, you gotta get out of it, Jeanette. Because there's so much that I have to do. I want to revamp the shop. I want to put fresh pictures on my listings in Etsy. I want to do, there's just so much I want to do. I have all the ideas in here. Okay, trust me. I even have a whole list of videos that I want to do and all that kind of stuff. And it's just the time. Look at that. All of this is videos that I want to do. And I just gotta find the time. I really do. It's like there's just so much that I can do. And I want to find the time to do it. And I just have to. But like I said, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure out whatever it is. Whatever funk I'm in, I gotta figure it out. So I'm gonna go down. Hey Linda, how you doing? I see Robin. I see Jenny. How are you? Stitching Hearts. How are you doing? Hey Iris. Hey Jenny. Hey Becky. How you doing? Windy, Texas, huh? Well, I'm gonna tell you, our weather here in Virginia has been pretty nice. I kind of like it. The only thing is our pollen is up there, and the allergies. I never suffered from allergies before, but now it's like it's hitting me. So yeah. So so Fred's been feeling kind of miserable. Mello, I think is probably gonna be feeling a lot better soon because he got his allergy shot today from the vet. And I just got to remember to take my allergy pills. That's about it. So, but yeah, I kind of like the spring is really coming along in Virginia now. So, yeah. Let's see. Hey Cindy, how you doing? I see Pearl out there. Hey Beth, how are you? Lady Gwen, how you doing? Hey, Marlene, how are you? Hey, Emma, how you doing? Let's see. Oh my God, 8 times. Oh my God, eight. Oh my God, 8 times. My husband is complaining. If I have to do a test run, I'll do it anyway. Yeah, I always, yeah, test. The importance of doing a test stitch is, it is not, I don't know, I can't stress it enough, because you really want to make sure that when you are embroidering, your embroider, it's quality. It has to be quality, okay? Unless you're just doing it for fun and for your friends and your family. If you're doing it for business, then my recommendation is, yeah, you better. But if it's just for friends and family, trust me, you're gonna be fine. And let's see, and Nancy's can't stay on because I'm on the road on my way to the Sewing and Quilt Expo. Oh wow! So Nancy is on her way to the going. Aw, I wish I would have been able to go there with her. Hey Beth. Oh, okay. Hey Jeanette, couldn't you use remove hidden stitches? No, not for no, not for this one, Iris. No. This I needed this to really be um embroidered correctly. Um, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that with this. I needed this to be stitched out correctly. I would probably do it with another design that maybe I was trying to sell, but not for a customer logo. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't try it, but I just think I needed more density on the top so that we could hide that blue stitch, and it worked out and stuff. Yep, looks like Nancy is already on her way to Lakeland, and so is Marlene. Oh, everybody's gonna have fun out there. Hey, pretty eyes, how you doing? How are you? Um, yeah, I wonder what she's gonna buy when she's down there. That's for sure. When I just purchased a mermaid design on Etsy, the first run shows stitches in the same spot. Went on in Brilliance, did a sublimation run, and it was no problem. Deleted the file and done it again. Yes, sometimes even when you buy designs, you do have to test stitch them as well. Um, let's see. Robin says, you take care of yourself definitely and block time out for that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know. Block time out for yourself. Take care. Yep. Totally agree. Um, oh, it looks like Nancy's gonna bump into everybody. Can't wait to see everyone. I will post a pic once I get there. This time we can all meet. Oh, that would be so cool. Nancy will be my first, so excited. Not taking any classes, just checking it out. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the sewing quilts this weekend. It is this weekend. I should have went. I should have went. That's what I should have did. Oh well. Um, hey Nettie, I've been here for this last week and it's frustrating. Two logos, I can't get them right. The text looks sloppy and loose, and yes, it's exhausting mentally and physically. It is. It's hard. Hey Angela, how are you? How you doing? Um, okay. So Nancy said because she's going to be at the expo tomorrow, she's going to be streaming at 8:30 tomorrow, so everybody could see all the goodies at the expo. So because usually she does 12 o'clock afternoon, but because she's at the expo this weekend, she's going to be on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I mean 8:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So that's going to be cool. She bought all the camera equipment, so hoping it'll all go well and you guys can see everything. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. So she's gonna have fun out there. Hey, crafty Puerto Rican, how you doing? How are you? Hey, Alyssa, how you doing? Debbie, how are you? Um, let's see. All the beautiful quilts. My sister is so into quilting. She loves that stuff. I can't. I can't. All the precision and the cutting is just not my thing. I just like simple sewing projects and stuff. Hey Pearl, how are you? That is like so cool. I hope that Nancy's patriotic quilt song gets played during the ceremony. I think that would be like so super awesome. Because I love that song. I think it is like it's so so touching. Um Jeanette, don't feel guilty. I know it's easier said than done. You deserve to have the space the way you want it. And yes, there's always other options, such as a Murphy bed. Yeah, I know. And yeah. Oh, where's your ball? My husband bought Mellow. I guess I'm gonna have to look for it because I don't know where it went. Bought him an interactive ball. Oh God. Okay, this isn't it. So, oh, he found it. Yeah, but see, I stitched it out so many times. So it's like, oof, but finally, the winner. So I'm happy with this. I think this came out really super cool. It looks really professional. I'm in love. I'm in love. Love the way it came out. Great job. Great job. Um, hey Niall, how you doing? Oh my god, that'll be so cool if they got to play her song. Oh my god. And let's see, let's see. Glad your mom's so good. She is. She's doing really, really good. Let's see. Jeanette, I believe you would be harder on yourself if you let your husband in. Not meant ugly. Quality is so important to me. You'll almost make yourself sick worrying if it was not. You're right, Leslie. And I probably would because if him and Carlito were, him and my son were able to say, hey, mom, let me help you stitch out, I could just see me like, don't ship anything yet, or wait a minute before you call the customer to pick it up. Let me look at it. I could just see that, because I inspect everything and I need to make sure that it's really good quality because like I said, it represents you, right? And I probably end up more stressed. Um, I just found out, yeah, this Cricut Maker 4. And I think one of these days, I don't know if we'll all be alive when that happens, but the way they're going, there'll probably be a Cricut Maker 99 or 100 because they keep improving it and stuff like that. Enjoy your rocking chair. Oh my God. Yes, I will be. I'll be enjoying that rocking chair. And I have to admit, I do like it. I think it's relaxing. And I put my iPad next to my rocking chair and then I just like watch sewing videos and all that kind of stuff and everything. So that's like my little me time and stuff. Hey Shirley, how you doing? Love your videos. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you find them useful. Um, let's see. Let's see. Hey Leslie. Hey Rivera, how are you? Um, poor Mello. Yeah, he does. He gets little shots and stuff, but he's fine. I noticed that he bites his paws a lot and stuff like that and everything. When you see the dog does that and everything, always have like an allergy test done. But as you can see him back there, he's 100% already. He's feeling a lot better. What happened, Mello? You okay? Where's your ball? Your ball went somewhere. We'll get it later. Don't worry. Okay, so yeah, he's been getting like these little interactive toys, and oh, there it is. Here, sorry guys. Oh, all right. Let me just try to get this out of the way here so that he could get his ball. Go ahead, go get it. Go get your ball. Go get it. No, I'm not gonna get it for you. You gotta get it. All right, so he'll get it. He'll eventually get it and stuff. Right now, he's staring at it to see if it's gonna move. But he loves his ball. Love Mello when he's your embroidery helping you. The thing though, Shirley, about Mello, he always takes a nap in front of the machine that I'm ready to turn on. I tell you, it's like, really? Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Oh, he's busy paying attention to the ball. He's got this, no, I don't know where it is. Go get it. Go get the ball. He's got these, this is a ball that my husband found, and you plug it in, and it it's interactive. So it kind of moves by itself, and he loves it because it's like he looks at it, and then when it moves, he just like chases it, you know. So there you go. There's your ball. All right. So, and one of the things that I noticed too is he likes to put it in his mouth, and when it starts shaking, I'm like, yeah, he's getting a massage on his teeth or something. I don't know. He's massaging his gums. But he's addicted to the balls now. So they're pretty expensive too. It's like $40 for that ball. But and we bought him another one. We're still waiting for it to get here because now he plays with that until the battery dies. So I want to get him another one so that way that one's charged up, so we can just swap them and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, thanks for taking the time out to chat with us. Oh, honestly, EKR, this time I kind of like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, for the simple fact that it is my I don't know, my Fridays at 8 is just time that I really just like to just hang out with you guys. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know. I kind of like doing it, you know. I mean, it's something that I really do enjoy doing and stuff. You're such a good teacher. Love how your room is laid out. Oh, thank you, Miss Shirley. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you like my teaching style and stuff. I always like to make sure that I try to explain everything in detail, so that way, especially if you're new, so that way you know how to do it and stuff. And I like to show my mistakes too. Which, guys, the video that's coming out on Sunday is where I am embroidering the sports backpack. In the video, I teach you guys how to do a correction when you are embroidering and you get a loose thread. A lot of times people freak out on that. They don't know what the heck to do. They're like, oh shoot, I got a loose thread. What do I do? Really simple. Just back it up, restitch that area. So I show you in that video how to do it, because I thought, when I saw that I had a loose thread when I was doing the backpack, I said, oh, perfect opportunity to teach you guys not to panic when you see that and how to fix that. So I hope that would be helpful and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Big Fake, how are you? How you doing? Like you, I'm also very picky about sending out to customers embroidery. It's our reputation. It is. It is. And stop, no. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? What's wrong? He's barking at the ball and stuff. It's gonna be okay. All right, let's move this so that you can get. I don't want you to get hit. Okay. All right. Don't yell at the ball. Okay. So he gets excited over it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, reputation means everything. Oh, sorry. I sneezed. He's your buddy. He is. No, Mello, don't stop barking. Let's see. Oh, thanks for the polymesh advice last week. It worked great on the t-shirts for a dense polo design. I used heavy cutty. Okay, for a dense polo design on a polo knit shirt, should I use? Yes. This is one of the things that I usually do. Beth, this is something that I do because, stabilizer can cost a lot of money. Okay. No, stop. Usually what I do is I buy medium weight cutaway stabilizer. And then if I ever have a design that's dense, all I do is double up. I use 2 sheets of it. I know some people buy lightweight cutaway, medium weight, and then the heavyweight stabilizer. But what I usually do is, so I'm not buying all these different stabilizers and have to mark them all and everything, and I end up with more inventory. I just say, let me do medium weight. Um, and then if I have a dense design, I'll just double up on the sheets. You know, these are the ones that I usually use. Let me show you. Uh, I just buy this size because the thing is, it's mostly logos. So if it's like a logo, and I'm using my 5.5 by 5.5 mighty hoop, this size, which is the 8 by 8, and it's medium weight, you know, I just buy a whole bunch of it. And usually what I'll do is I kind of bulk buy. So I'll just buy like 5 packs of this, and it'll last. It'll last, okay, depending on my orders and stuff. And if I have a light design, I'll just use one sheet. If I have something that's dense, I'll just use 2 sheets of this, and then I'm good. Instead of buying a whole bunch of different types of weights of stabilizer, I just use the medium, and then medium is good for light or regular designs. And then if you have something that has a lot of density, just double it up. That's what I do. Just something to bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Iris. All right, guys. So I am going to call it the night. I know this is probably the shortest embroidery happy hour that I've had. But I am feeling a little bit under the weather with everything that's going on and stuff. I just got a lot. I think what really, really burnt me out, honestly, and really stressed me out was this. Because I'm usually pretty good, right? I usually, get a design out and stuff like that. But having to stitch this repeatedly, it reminded me a lot of when I was embroidering the dog. I don't know if you guys remember that. And Mark from DFB Embroidery, he helped me with the dog, and he did a fabulous job. And thankfully that I got that design down pat, because I embroidered that hundreds of times, and I am still going to be doing it more again. It's a customer favorite, and it's going to probably be the same with this. So to me, it's about having the perfect embroidery, so that way I can save it for the customer and I don't have to worry about it. I'm sure that after I do this batch and the customer comes back and asks for another batch, it's not going to be as stressful, because I already got the design done, and I know it's good quality, and all I got to do is stitch it out. But I think the reason why this week, especially, that I was in such a funk is because I was test stitching every night. I was test stitching and praying, let it come out good, let it come out good. Finally, we got something that's solid that I can use, and now it's just me turning around and just actually completing the order, and then I'm good. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, so I woke up super early today because I had to take the car in to get the oil change, and and they did other stuff to it too, rotating the tires and all that stuff. But yeah, so I've been running around, so I'm a little exhausted. So it's 9 o'clock. It's like 9:15 right now. What I'm planning on doing is I'm just going to go to bed now, relax, wake up when I wake up tomorrow, and then I'm actually going to start working on this order, get this order done, and then I am all caught up, and then I can just take it slow, and I'm sure I will feel a lot better. I got a feeling that I was just in this funk because of that, because it was stressful. I mean, because I kept looking at the design, and I was like, it looks like such a simple design. The dog was more complicated because the dog had 5 different colors and stuff. This one only has 3, just 3 colors, and I couldn't get it. But I'm good now. I'm happy. I'm content. I'm very happy with the design, and I know I'm good. So, guys, hope you like today's topic. I mean, I know it wasn't really like teaching you about embroidery and all that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to share with you guys this, because a lot of times people don't talk about it. People don't talk about hey, you're getting into a funk or something like that, and I think it is important that we do. I think we need to talk about all aspects of it, not just the money side, not just the stabilizers, the fabrics, and all that kind of stuff, but also our mental health. Our mental health is important too, you know. So yeah. So if you're going through a little something right now, just know it's natural, and it'll pass, and we're all gonna be okay at the end of the day. So, guys, you guys have a great weekend. Please take care. If there is a topic that you want me to explore or talk about, put it in the comments below and stuff like that, and I'll see what I can do to incorporate it on our Friday sessions and stuff. Because if not, you know me, I will be searching and I will be coming up with some good stuff. So, like I said, I have two videos coming out. One will come out on Sunday, the other one's going to come out on Tuesday. I do have more videos that I do want to do. And as I put them out there, I will post them. And yeah, and I hope though you guys enjoy them and you guys learn something. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great weekend. Happy sewing, happy embroidering. Keep those machines running. And see you guys next Friday. So take care. And if for those of you that are going to Lakeland quilt show, have fun. Hope you get to meet up with my sister and really have a good time. So you guys take care. Don't spend too much money, okay? But you guys take care. Buy as much fabric as you can because you know Joanne's going out of business. So talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good night.